What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Handmade and Beyond podcast. I'm your host, LL, leader of the handmadeandbeyond.com website and community. I'm a self-employed entrepreneur, an Etsy expert, and business coach who's figured out how to make my entire living with my handmade business. Each week, I'll dive into strategies and success tips to help you with your handmade business, with Etsy, and everything in between. Let's dive in. Hey everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to the Handmade and Beyond podcast. Glad to be back with you guys as usual. Hopefully you guys are doing awesome, doing great. Everything's going good. Hopefully your business is going good. Things are picking up and you're off to the races to have a solid 2021. So hopefully you guys don't hear this. My dog is kind of snoring under my desk, but this is work at home life. You got to deal with sometimes the dogs acting up, playing, barking, all that fun stuff. But they are my coworkers, and they keep me on my toes sometimes, but it's nice to have a little buddy sleeping under my desk, so it's kind of cool. So I'm back with another really good episode for you guys. This one is going to be the 7 Etsy principles that I've learned in my, I think I'm at 8 years selling on Etsy. 4 of which of those have been full-time, I believe. So on those 8 years of selling on Etsy, the things that I've found to be true, also in the time that I've spent managing other people's shops, helping people build their shops, and coaching hundreds of other Etsy sellers to get their shops started and grow their shops and all that good stuff. These are the things that were common themes that always came up, that were always true, from what I've found, reoccurring things. So if you can expect these things, I think you'll be in a good place, because a lot of people, I don't think, come into selling Etsy with some of these expectations, or really realize that some of these things are going to be out there. And that's why I want to talk about it today, so you can expect them. You just know that it's common, and you can work towards pushing through and pushing past them and not let these things hold you back. All right, so number one, the first principle is it's not magic selling on Etsy. It's not magic. It's not a trick. There's no one thing that you can do, no one silver bullet that you can do that'll work. It doesn't exist, and this is the case with any business. You need a combination of strategies and skills and best practices that you do consistently over time, and that is how you will get momentum and you will get traction with selling on Etsy. I think a lot of people think that it's online, it's going to be easier, so that's why they do it, and that's just not the case. There's not one thing that you can do, not one thing that I could tell you. I wish there was, but there's not one thing that I could tell you to do, and you will always be successful. There's a lot of variables, and there's a lot of things that you have to put together, piece together, layer together like an onion. And as you do those and that you get better at them over time, your business will pick up and get more momentum, and more momentum, things will get easier. But at the beginning, you got to push that boulder up the hill. Up the hill. All right. So the second one is you have to understand your audience and your niche. All right. So, and if you don't have a defined niche, that's probably part of the issue. You have to make sure you have a defined niche. You can't sell all over the place and expect to be successful. You have to have a defined niche. You have to understand what they want, the quality that they want, and then cater to that niche. And as you're in that niche, the longer you're in there, you will learn what to do, what they want, what is successful, what's not successful, and continue to refine your skill, your selling ability, and your shop, therefore creating more success down the road. So make sure you take the time to understand. Don't do it just to do it. You should be passionate about it. You should, have familiarity with it, experience with what you're doing, and that'll really help you be off to a good start. And then from there, work at understanding, like I said, what they want more of. All right, number 3, no strategy, no best practice, no course, nothing I tell you whether it be on this podcast. Nothing I tell you, if you're a member of the Handmade and Beyond community and you watch, all 50 courses in there, you attend the live coaching calls, you are asking questions in the help forum. Nothing I tell you and doing those things will take the place of hard work, or will take the place from you taking action every week, every day, every month in your business, in your shop. So that stuff will not take the place of hard work and just buckling down and taking action. Even though when you're not sure what to do something. That's still better than doing nothing in your business. I see it time and time again. People learn, they find the best practices, they find the strategies, but when I come back and check on them, or I look at their shop, or I check in, nothing has been done. And that is where people get frustrated that Etsy doesn't work, or they're not making any momentum, they're not getting more traffic, not getting more sales, when it turns out they've done very little, or they haven't done anything to really change that fact. And what's more, you have to be consistent with doing. You can't just wake up, be super motivated one week, and then not touch your shop for a month, and then wake up and do one more day, and then not touch your shop for 2 months. You've got to figure out a plan of action, be strategic, and then also be consistent. All right. Number 4, kind of along the same lines, is this is a journey. It's a marathon. It is not a race. It is not a get quick rich thing. It's not. You have to be prepared to put time, energy, and oftentimes years into this to get the traction, to get the momentum. And a lot of people just aren't willing to commit that, which I'm not sure why the perception of online is different from a real business. Because you wouldn't just start a real business, open a brick and mortar, and then never show up, right? You gotta show up. You gotta put in the time. You gotta cater to employees. You gotta cater to customers. But oftentimes that's what happens with online, because it is a little bit easier to start. You'll open a shop and then you'll never show up again, and you're never gonna get the momentum that you want and the things that you want out of that if you're not putting time into it consistently, and then having the mindset that this is going to take time, but not just time of you not taking action. It's going to take time of you being consistent, even when you're not seeing results, especially when you're not seeing results. You should be doing more and more and more when you're not seeing results. And then eventually those things will take hold and things will get easier. Once you get that boulder to the top of the hill and it starts rolling down the other side, believe me, things will get easier. But a lot of people just don't get that boulder to the top of the hill. And I'm here to tell you that I want you to get the boulder to the top of the hill. I want you to push, keep pushing. Don't give up. I'm going to check on you, and I want that boulder at the top of the hill so you can get down the other side. All right. That's my pep talk for today. All right. Number 5, Etsy will always be changing stuff. This is never going to end. A lot of people get bent out of shape because Etsy changes the algorithm, they change marketing, they change ads. They're going to continue to change stuff. At the end of the day, they want to make money. They want you to succeed so they can make money. But the strategy remains the same. Your goals remain the same. Your important action items remain the same outside of what Etsy does. It's all about creating high quality stuff, making sure your SEO is on point, and targeting the correct audiences, refining that listing based on what the stats are telling you over time, continuing to learn and implement new strategies, new layers of the onion in your business and in your Etsy shop. And then you're going to do it again. You're going to create more stuff, and then you're going to target, refine, learn. Create more stuff, target, refine, learn. It's always the same strategy, regardless of what Etsy's doing. You can't control that stuff. They're always going to have a platform where you can sell your stuff, create listings, create SEO, and that's what you need to focus on. So don't forget about that. Don't let that throw you off track. The fact that they've changed something, because you can't call Etsy up and tell them to change it back. It doesn't work like that. I wish it did, but it doesn't. So focus on your shop. Focus on what you can control. All right, number 6. We're getting to the end here. If you build it, they will come. All right, so like many of you guys have seen Field of Dreams. I've used this analogy before. If you just open a shop, that doesn't mean traffic and sales will come. You gotta take time, put time and energy into your shop consistently. Make sure you're continuing to learn. You really have to understand your Etsy business. You really have to understand SEO, which a lot of times takes time. You guys, a lot of you are creators, designers, makers. You're not marketers, and that's stuff that you can learn. It just takes time. So give yourself some grace, but realize that you need to put more into it than just opening a shop and putting up listings. I wish it was simpler than that, but if it was simpler than that, everyone could do it, and then you probably wouldn't make any money. So the fact that it's harder weeds out the people that aren't as serious, and if you keep pushing forward, you can beat them out and then bring your shop to a successful level and get all the things that you want to get out of it and meet all the goals that you want to get. All right, number 7, the final one. Happy customers are one of the best forms of marketing, right? If they're happy, they're going to tell their friends, they're going to tell their families, and more importantly, they're going to come back and buy from you again. So this is why it's important to create high quality products that you're happy with, that you would buy, that you would be comfortable with your friends and family buying, and you also offer amazing customer service where you are responding to questions fast, being super nice, super appreciative, super friendly. All that stuff will go a long way along with a high quality product. You're shipping your stuff fast. You're wowing them at every chance and step you can get. So they tell their friends, they tell their family, and then they also come back and buy from you as well because you want those reoccurring buyers. People do come back and buy from you. I have people every single week that come back and buy from me again. They come back and buy from me multiple times. They come back and buy bulk orders. And it's all because I built that relationship on the front end with, positive interactions with a high quality product. So that is super important. So don't forget about your customers. They are the most important thing to your business. All right, guys, that's it. That's the 7 Etsy principles that I've found to be very, very true in my experience. Hopefully that helps you get your mind around those things, get prepared so that you can overcome those things. And I think it'll really help you go a long way in your business. If you guys need more tips, strategies, more support, more help, more live coaching, more courses with best practices and strategies so you can take action in your business. The key is take action in your business after you learn this stuff that I teach. I teach the strategies and the best practices so that you can build a successful Etsy shop, but even more than that, a solid business foundation. Even outside of Etsy, these principles will help you build a solid business. To layer in these best practices, layer in these marketing strategies. This stuff is not gimmicks, not tricks that I teach. It is all best practices and strategies that will help you build a solid business. So I'd love to see you in the Handmade and Beyond community. I'd love to help you in there. I'd love to share with you the resources in there to build your business and continue to move forward so that you can take action and meet the goals that you want out of your Etsy business this year and in the next couple of years. Because like I said, it is a journey, but I'm willing to help you do everything possible to get you started on that journey so you can get there a lot faster than I did, because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I didn't have a community. I didn't have a support system. And I sure as heck didn't have courses with best practices and strategies to follow. So I made a lot of mistakes. So I'm trying to prevent that for you. That's why I developed Handmade and Beyond. That's my mission. My goal is to help as many sellers as possible. So I do have a 30-day free trial for you to test drive it so you know it's the real deal. You get in there, you get the help that you need. I would love to help you beyond that. But hey, if it's not for you, it's not for you. Cancel anytime, risk free, of course. There's a link below. I'd love to see you in there. Introduce yourself, your shop, and start jumping into the courses and attend the next month live free training. All right, guys, that's it for now. Until next week, I'll be back with you with another awesome, amazing, super cool episode. Have an awesome rest of your day, and happy selling.